Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is June the 17th, 2025. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we got a return. It's the rumors was right. I'm not happy about it because he's boring, and the person that he's facing will be boring as well. So, well, maybe not boring. He's good in the ring. His reign as world champion. Again, he just talks. That's the whole thing he does. Why are we keep doing the same thing when that's just annoying? Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to Monday Night Raw, WWE 2K25 finally updated something. Oh my god, it took forever to update something in the world of 2K25. I just hit the dang table with my arm. But there's finally something that's happening in 2K25. They just announced the second person from the NBA guys that will be in the next DLC that's happening next week. And that next person is going to be Shaquille O'Neal. I don't hate it because he wrestled on WWE. I know it was a battle royal, but he wrestled AEW as well in a tag team match, mixed tag team match, against Cody Rhodes and I think it was Red Velvet, right? It was Red Velvet, not Brandy Rhodes. I told you it's pandemic mixed tag team, so I don't really remember who was fighting that time. I just know it was Shaquille, in the men's side was Shaquille, and it was Cody Rhodes. And there was Jay Cargill. She made her debut. I think that was her first match in AEW. But I don't know who teamed up with Cody Rhodes. I thought it was Red Velvet. I think it was Red Velvet. Not Brandy Rhodes. I don't think, because nobody wanted Brandy Rhodes to wrestle because she did not wrestle very well. She's good as a behind the scenes or an interviewer or a ring announcer. She's good at that, but I don't think she was good at wrestling. Sorry to say it, Brandy Rhodes. But yeah, she does better on that. But 2 matches got made. One for next week and one for Night of Champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the World Heavyweight Championship. We got a match got made for July 12th, I believe it's supposed to be, at Saturday night's main event. It's going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther came out. The same thing I complain about, that this guy only talks while he's the world champion. I'm getting tired of it. I understand he just won the title, but he could have done something. And his first defense since he won the title for his first time? For his second time, I meant? So, ladies and gentlemen, people say Goldberg chants, and he said no, he doesn't believe in rumors that it's going to happen, that Goldberg's going to show up. Okay. But he knows that Seth Rollins wants the World Heavyweight Championship. He has a target. Gunther is a big target, and he knows that Seth Rollins wants the World Heavyweight title. He told Seth Rollins he's going to make it easy, and he's going to be right there in the ring. And then he finished his sentence, and here comes Goldberg. The return of Goldberg. The guy couldn't walk down the aisle very well. It looked like he was limping. But yeah, Goldberg made his return. Yeah! I'd rather see Nikki Bella make a return instead of Goldberg. Goldberg wanted to celebrate with Goldberg winning the World Heavyweight title, but he does remember at Atlanta, I think it was at Bad Blood, in Atlanta, he made fun of Goldberg in front of his family, and he says that we have a problem, and he wants to fix the problem, and he issued a challenge at Saturday Night's Main Event for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't like this one. I don't think it's going to be a good match. The last couple of Saturday's Main Event had great matches, and now we're going to have Goldberg versus Gunther. Is this his retirement match? Like, I thought it would be a bigger PLE than Saturday's main event. But I'm not really happy for this match. I think there will be better matches than this one. I don't know if this one will be the main event. I hope it's not, because I am not going to like it. It's going to be the same thing that every time Goldberg's in a match. Spear, jackhammer, and then Gunther will do his finisher, and Gunther wins and retains, and Goldberg retires. Well, Bayley made her return. Well, technically she did it last week by attacking Becky Lynch. But Bayley has some things to say about the attack at WrestleMania. She's not doing this for the big moments. She's not wrestling for the big moments. She's not doing this for championships. She's doing this for the fans. She's doing it on random days. That's not the top shows. So, ladies and gentlemen, and then she called out Becky Lynch, and she had some things to say to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch came out. She had some things to say. They both did. And then Becky tried not to turn her back away from Bayley, because what happened last week, she says, you're a sneaky one and you attacked me. And then when Becky was done talking, out of nowhere she slaps her in the face. It wasn't a smart idea, because she got a forearm in the face by Bayley. And we heard that Nick Aldis made it official. Becky Lynch did say you could have a match, but not for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Newsflash, she doesn't make the match. Nick Aldis made the match because Adam Pearce was not there on Raw this week. He said on his social media, Nick Aldis is going to be the boss. And it's official that next week on Raw, there will be a Women's Intercontinental Championship match. It will be Bayley versus Becky Lynch. And I think there's going to be a little problems between Laura Valkyria and Bayley. I thought they both work each other. Didn't they work with each other when Bayley made a return? Didn't Laura Valkyria knew about this? But Bayley says she's doing this for herself. She's sorry that she didn't get back to the text messages from Laura Valkyria or the calls and all that stuff. But Laura Valkyria says when you win that title, she's going to do something for herself as well, and that's going to win her title back. Let's see what happens there. Ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio came out to let Morgan talk about Nikki Bella and what happened to her, and talking about disrespect and all that stuff. And then she wants her title back. She wants the Women's World title. So she called out Io Sky, and she had something to say to Io Sky. Io had something to say to Liv Morgan, and then it turned into a brawl. Io attacking both Dominic and Liv Morgan. And it was official that it would be Liv Morgan versus Kairi Sane later on that night. Tonight. First match of the evening, we got a fatal four-way match for the Queen of the Ring, and whoever wins will be facing Alexa Bliss, I believe on SmackDown, in the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Stephanie McCurry, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and the returning of Asuka. Asuka came out, and ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan told Raquel, you need to win this. We've been getting screwed the whole time now. You need to win this for the Judgment Day. Raquel thought it was going to be easy, but it's not easy. These ladies were destroying each other. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end, Rhea Ripley attacked Raquel Rodriguez to make sure that she doesn't get a title shot, because Raquel did the same thing with last week. And that's how Roxanne got the win. So that's why Rhea Ripley came out and stopped Raquel Rodriguez. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, and will be facing Alexa Bliss, will be Asuka. And then we got AJ Styles versus JD Madonna. And of course, Dominic has to try to get his sub and bulb, and he got chased. He ran like a little baby. And he always had his little guy friends, his friends, to stop AJ. And he's not doing his own business. I thought it was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was AJ Styles. And then Dominic tried to attack AJ Styles. He got Pele kick in the face. And then he was about to get a phenomenal forearm, but Finn Balor came out and saved Dominic Mysterio. And they were about to gang up onto AJ, but AJ ran out of the ring with the Intercontinental Championship. He gave Nick Aldis the title back, but he says you have a chance to win the title permanently at Night of Champions. It will be AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. So that's going to be interesting. Next, we got Kairi Sane versus Liv Morgan. This match didn't even start. It started, but after Kairi Sane did a tackle, Liv Morgan got injured, and during the whole commercial break, the doctors, the medical, was checking on Liv Morgan. Even on the break, Kairi Sane won the match by referee stoppage. Kairi Sane won the match because of the injury. It did not look like a really bad injury like Zoe Stark had, but it looked like she hurt her shoulder or wrist, something like that, and now Liv Morgan is injured. I'm hoping she's not injured because she is the tag team champions. I'm hoping this is like she's not injured and she tried to play a game against Kairi Sane. I hope so. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our fatal four-way match for the King of the Ring. Adam Pearce gave Jey Uso the last spot in the King of the Ring qualified match. Not happy about it. I wasn't happy that he lost the world title because now we got boring Gunther that won't stop talking. Now, he won't shut up, man. I'm getting really annoyed with this guy. He won't stop opening his big mouth. Like, seriously, why is this gimmick is about talking? And his next opponent is Goldberg. Oh, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed versus Rusev versus Sheamus. I thought it was a pretty decent match. But there's a lot of people interrupting this match. We got Sami Zayn interrupting. We got Braun Breaker. Penta came out as well doing a flip over the top rope. LA Knight came out to stop Bronson Reed. Because that's what they did to LA Knight on SmackDown that I forgot to tell you guys. On SmackDown, they attacked LA Knight, and that's why he couldn't win the King of the Ring on SmackDown. That's why he wasn't in the semifinals, because Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. But that didn't work out, and ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match... Wait, didn't somebody else attack? Who else did attack? Was it CM Punk? I forgot who attacked who. I know Sammy came out. Penta came out. I think that was all the people in Braun Breaker. The winner of that match was Jey Uso. Jey Uso will be versing Cody Rhodes on Raw, I believe, next week for the semifinals. But ladies and gentlemen, Jey was hurt. And then Seth Rollins came out. He was taking a little too long to take off his clothes, his jacket, his tie, his watch, and give it to Paul Heyman. And he was about to attack Jey Uso until Cody Rhodes came out, saves Mr. Jey Uso, and had to stare down with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was breathing so hard, his face was turning red, he was getting angry, but he finally left, and Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso knows that now they have to face each other for the semifinals. They shook hands. I have a little problem here, because I don't have a problem, but at the end of the show, they showed us something with a street. This was at the end. I don't know, is somebody debuting, or they're trying to tell us where is the next show going to be. Normally, when they do video packages, they do it during the show, not after the show. So I don't know if anyone else saw it, But I'm hoping that somebody else seen what I saw. I had to go back to the episode and see what was it. It was a little glimpse. It was a little second. It wasn't, I don't know what it was. Now I'm a little confused. Is somebody making a debut or a return? And NXT start coming to WWE? I thought they're done the trading. Well, I don't think NXT is done. They could come anytime they want to get called up. But is somebody making their debut? I have no idea. I really don't know what's happening. I heard that they have a super show, and it's going to be in Mexico. I don't know. It's live events where you don't watch it on TV. You have to get tickets. I don't know. They said super show. Some super show that's going to be in Mexico. So I'm hoping that we get to see more luchadors. But it didn't look like Mr. Iguana on the little glimpse that we saw after the show. It didn't look like Iguana. It looked like a street. I saw a bunch of lights. And it looked like cars. But who else debuts with cars? I don't know. It's a wrestler. They're telling us about a show. But why would it be a little glimpse of something for a show? Right? That doesn't make any sense. They want to announce these things. If it's a different PLE, I think they want to announce these things that people can get excited. I think it's somebody debuting on Monday Night Raw that we don't know who it is or making a return. It's not Dragunov. Everybody knows who Dragunov is. So why would he need a video package that doesn't say his name or show a picture of him? I have no idea. I need to check on social media and see if anyone has seen this. Because I've seen it. I don't know anyone was paying attention to it or focus on it, but I was. I had to go back to the episode and see what was that? Could be a debut. It could be. I hope Hikuleo makes his debut on SmackDown. Because he did make his debut on Main Event. And I believe it's happening this Thursday. That episode get aired on this Thursday. I think. But he's not officially part of SmackDown until he shows up on SmackDown. Yeah, he showed up on Main Events before SmackDown, but Raw guys are on there too. He pays a SmackDown guy, Kit Wilson, but it's still, it doesn't say that he's in SmackDown. He's just made his debut. Like a live event debut, but that you can watch it on live TV. It's not really live, but you know what I mean. You can watch it on TV. I don't know where you could watch Main Event. Where could you watch Main Events? I guess Peacock in the United States, but where can you see it in Canada, in the international? We don't have Peacock. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. We got some TNA stars. We heard that Ariana Grace is done with TNA for now. I guess her partnership with TNA is done right now. She had a feud. Mostly when somebody has a feud in TNA and it's over, they don't go back until maybe a couple of months. Like Wesley did. Didn't he come back? Well, he did come back. They had a rivalry when he was teaming up with the Rascals. And they had a rivalry with No Quarter Cash Crew. No, I think it was Gala. No, it was No Quarter Cash Crew. They had a match at Slammiversary. And then Wesley came back after he betrayed the Rascals. And then he had another rivalry. But mostly that rivalry was part of WWE. That's how it ended in WWE when they had that street fight. So yeah, that's all for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Obviously, because tomorrow for TNA, not TNA, NXT, we got First Class showing up. Casey's first time being in the WWE ring. And we're going to have AJ Francis. And we're going to have Elijah. I don't know if we're going to have any more TNA stars. That's the only three I know that has a match. Elijah will be teaming up with Yoshi. I wouldn't call him Yoshi because people have been calling him Yoshi. I think I should stop calling him Pro Wrestling Noah Guy and try to learn his name. But I'm going to call him Yoshi. Teaming up with Yoshi and Josh Briggs to versus Trick Williams in First Class. And I don't know what else is happening on NXT. I have no idea. What else is happening? Well, we don't know what's happening with Obafemi. He defended his title. What's going to happen for the Great American Bash? Can't say Evolution because that's all women's PLE. That's only for the women's, not for the men's. So we will find out what happens there. Let's see. But that's all for today. Bye.